Hello everyone, this is Dr.Peter, and yes, this is a new episode of Journey into 1001 Comics. Sorry for the long delay, I've been busy with work, other stuff in general. But for this new episode, I'm going to talk about a comic that came out back in 1963. I'm talking about, yes, The Avengers by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, and Don Heck.
So, bam! I have a trade here. I got this from a birthday gift from a couple good buddies of mine, Eric and Peter. This is part of Marvel's Masterworks line. This collects the first 5 issues of the original Avengers series back in 1963. As you see, they use the cover of issue 1. And when you turn back, you see the covers for issues 2 through 5. Now, for a story, it features the Avengers gathering together for their first battle against Loki. As you see in issue 1, it features Loki as the main villain. If you have watched the Avengers movie, which is recently out on theaters right now, you notice that Joss Whedon, the director, kept that same spirit of the first Avengers issue in that movie, so that was quite cool. Overall, it's a great story, great chemistry between the characters, dialogue, very fun ride. The only negative aspects I have to say about the writing is the dialogue is from a certain era. Yes, this book came out in the 60s, and it does feel like the 60s. The way certain characters would talk to each other. This is not a great starting point for new readers who want to get into the Avengers. The dialogue presents wall of text on every page, and new readers find that a bit hard to get through reading all of this text on one single page. It takes them a while. It's very daunting for new readers compared to most comics out today, except for maybe an Alan Moore book. I forgot to mention this earlier, but a great aspect that was presented in the Avengers comic was the reintroduction of Captain America. After World War II ended, the Captain America series wasn't doing that well, and sales dictated that, and certainly the book got canceled. Marvel tried to bring back the character back in the 50s. That didn't work out well. So what Dan and Jack did is decide, hey, starting this Avengers team, let's put Captain America on the team. And the results of it have been a great effect on the Marvel Universe, bringing a character back, presenting the whole man out of time angle. And also issue 16, which is not present in this trade, but I read it online, was a real changing point for future Avenger comics, where the team gets together, makes an announcement to the public that the Avengers team is going through a roster change, and they mention these members are gone, these members are in the team, here's are the reserve members. That issue 16 has been presented in almost every significant new Avengers team therefore after. You can see that Stan did something great, still has a prolonging effect on the title to this day. Now, as we go to the artwork, Jack Kirby only did a handful of issues of the Avengers. He did first 6 issues, then he did the layouts and some artwork for issue 16, but he didn't have that much output. But the output he did was pretty good. His action scenes are fluid, it's very detailed. It's what people want from a Jack Kirby book. But when you compare his work on Avengers to his work on the FF, Thor, and the Fourth World New Gods material, not many historians or comic readers bring it up, as those stories are more heavy sci-fi and fantasy based, which works to what Kirby's liking and artwork style was, bringing out his creativity. Overall, it's still a great book to see what Kirby did. The Don Heck issues are pretty good, but it doesn't have that same vibrant look or feel as the Kirby issues, but it's still great. Overall, I enjoyed this comic. I recommend, instead of picking up the omnibus version, which collects the first 30 issues of Avengers, and which costs almost $100, maybe more, I suggest you pick up the first trade from the Marvel's Essential line, which collects about the first 20 issues, I believe. It's all in black and white. It's about 400 or 500 pages, and it's cheap. You can get it for about $15-20. I recommend that everyone should at least check this comic out. It's pretty great to see Stan and Jack at the peak of their creativity working on one of the most important superhero teams of all time. So, that's all the time we have for this episode. Don't forget to check out our website at www.comicbooknerdsareHot.com. Check out our Twitter, and don't forget to like and join the group on Facebook. So for the next episode, I'm not going to make any announcements what the next episode is going to be about or what I'm going to review. I think I'm going to keep that as a secret. Until then, see you in the next episode of Journey into 1001 Comics.